Caravan Blues Show. And for this portion of the show, we are announcing my top 18 blues albums for 2021. And I've got Ben Levin, correct? Not Levine.
Yep, you got it.
Okay, got Ben Levin and his dad Aaron in the background. So is that your dad on the back?
Yep. Yep, that's my dad.
Oh, very handsome guy. And I'm holding up your CD right now. Ben Levin with the piano, still here. What's monophonic mean, Ben?
It's a fancy way of saying mono. It's not a stereo album. That's actually something our designer who did the artwork for the CD came up with. I realized when we were getting ready to master this that, most of the music I listen to is from the 40s and the 50s, and it's in mono, not in stereo. So I decided to release this album in mono.
Well, that's one of the things where you've been on my list twice now. Because what was your release last year in 2020?
Carry out or delivery.
Oh man, that one was great. That one really addressed the pandemic and carry out and delivery and the whole thing. And so that one made my 2020 list. So you've made it twice in a row. Congratulations for making it to this prestigious list of 18 blues artists.
Well, thank you, man. I really appreciate it.
And actually, Ben, right now, I understand you live in Cincinnati. I am actually wearing my Bengal jersey that my wife bought. And but my team that I love in California is actually playing your team, the Oakland Raiders. So I've got the Oakland Raider hat and I've got the Bengals shirt. And that's going to be an exciting game. I was wondering why Bengals were doing so darn good, and it's like Joe Burrow. So he's the quarterback that came from LSU that had a championship, I think.
Yeah, I don't follow sports much, honestly. My dad would know much more.
I'll just say that everybody in Cincinnati except for Ben is super excited about Joe Burrow and the wide receiver. Oh gosh, there's a wide receiver that he was teaming with at LSU.
They were teammates. Wow.
Yeah, Jamar. Can't remember his last name now, but what a season. Yeah, but Ben.
But
he's never been a sports fan.
I'm also at the University of Cincinnati, and of course, the football team just made the Final Four, and I didn't even hardly follow that, to be honest with you. But it was exciting.
Oh, that is the university you go to, University of Cincinnati. Okay, that's because I've got a buddy on Facebook called Doug, and Doug is actually, he went to that school too, so he's going to be thrilled that you are. So anyway, I did choose your album, and yours came late in the year, Ben. I think it came in October or November, and I already had my sights on a lot of the ones that were going to be on my list, and then all of a sudden you popped up, and so you made it. So you didn't even have to play the whole year to get on that list. You lucky guy.
I appreciate it. I really do.
And you did mention you kind of the old style, well, not the old, but the 40s style music. And that's exactly why I like your music, because it's a happy music. It's got a happy sound to it, beat, in these kind of depressing times. It just kind of brings back that era, like probably when my parents were the World War Greatest Generation era. It reminds me of that. And by the way, another reason I chose, because there's not a whole lot of people in blues, or are you calling yourself blues, or would you be?
Yeah.
Okay.
Blues.
All right, you're blues. Okay. Not too many piano players that are well known for blues. We got Marcia Ball. We got Memphis Slim, Pinetop Perkins, some others. You're up there with them. Your music play is really great, and I actually like the piano boogies quite a bit. So anyway, let me show the audience the picture of this charming man. Boy, you look like a movie star from the 30s and 40s in this picture.
Well, I try to look presentable for the cover shot.
Yeah, and you're just turned 21, I think, and you've come out with 22, and you've got 2 albums out already. And boy, at this record, you're gonna have tons of music in your career. What are you studying at University of Cincinnati?
I'm a history student. I'm studying history, and my goal is to become a professor by day and play music on the weekends and over the summer.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, and being a professor, because a lot of times when you become a full-time professor, may only be teaching 15, 20 hours a week, so you could do that. Well, it's an excellent album. Oh, you want to hear some of the other 18 that you were up there with? And you know what? Last year, I think I had 30 or 25. I had a lot more last year on my list than this year, but only 18. Okay, so
Yeah,
go ahead.
I'd love to know who else made the list.
Okay, well, we got the Alligator Boys. So we got Kingfish, he made it. Tommy Castro made it. And then we got a bunch of your pals over in Viztone, I think. Let me see here. Fabrizio Grassi, Soul Garage, I think he's Viztone. Ilana Katz, she's Viztone. I'm going to be calling her in a few minutes. Colin Linden, Blow, that was an excellent album. New guy with Viztone, I guess. Chris Bad News Barnes. Mike Zito, he's at Gulf Coast Records. I'm actually interviewing him tomorrow because he's doing a show in San Diego. Tito Jackson from the Jackson 5. He's actually come out with a blues, and he's on Gulf Coast Records too. There's another one, Gabe Stillman. Not sure if you've heard of him.
Yeah, I know Gabe. He's a good guy.
Yeah. Deb Ryder, she's in California. She made it to the list. Now, this guy, you and him, because you're both pretty darn young, and he's really, really good too. Eddie 9V.
Yeah, I know Eddie too. He's a really cool guy.
Yeah, you two guys, you guys got a lot of good music coming. Damon Fowler had a good one. AJ Fullerton. The Black Keys, they just barely made it to my list because normally I don't play too many covers. I primarily play originals, and that's why yours music makes it quite often, because I guess, is that your dad and you writing these songs together?
Yeah, the majority of them, my dad and I co-wrote.
Yeah, so that's amazing. And that's one of the things that, I kind of separate the really good blues from the okay is if you're writing a lot of your own music and all that. So that one made it. But the Black Keys actually had a good one. It's called Delta Cream. But they did all covers, but you know what? All the covers were really super good. And I chose them because they're kind of bridging the gap between the younger generation or their generation and a lot of the older blues legend generation. So trying to bridge that gap, bring these young people back in the blues. So that's why I chose them. And then Galia Volt, I don't know if you've heard of her, but she's from Belgium.
I've heard the name, yeah.
Yeah, but she did an album, and it's called Galia Volt, one woman band. So she wrote everything, and she's the only person on it. So I figured that's kind of unique. That deserves to be on there. New group from that Alligator sponsored, GA20. They're really I really like them. And then one of my favorites, just because they're so dang unique, it's Reverend Peyton's Big Damn Band. So if you haven't heard Reverend Peyton, check him out. He's a gas.
So I need to check him out. I have GA20 CD in my car going right now.
Oh, do you? Yeah. There's some really good songs.
I always like to tease Ben, Rick. He's about my third favorite new blues artist out there nowadays, because I really am a big Eddie 9V fan and GA20. So I always tell Ben that, you know, he's up there in my top 3 or 4 at least.
Yeah, and you know what's kind of cool? I mean, because blues has kind of evolved to the point, and when I was younger, I really liked bands like the '70s stuff, Led Zeppelin, all that kind of, you know, the Rolling Stones. And I'm going, wow, what happened to good old fashioned rock and roll? And it's coming back, but it's coming back under the form of blues. So there's a lot of artists. I think Tommy Castro might be one of them. Tinsley Ellis, that they're kind of more they're rock blues definitely, but you know, so I get that feeling that there's going to be a breakout if we can get people like the Black Keys, you know, to spread the good news of blues. Then we can have a whole new rock and roll blues thing, because it's pretty hard to be an authentic Delta blues man. I mean, the situations just aren't the same. They only had acoustic guitars. Now we've got, you know, electric guitars. So being an authentic Delta blues is pretty hard to do. There's some still alive, but now it's like the younger generations trying to save it and bring it about and still maintain, you know, the quality harmonica and acoustic guitar in blues. So there's my spiel. And anyway, Ben, I don't think you're on my Facebook. Your dad is. So I'll send this to him, but it's going to be all 18. Basically, I have a show before. If you have YouTube, you can go to my YouTube site. It's Rick Keyes, Keyes, Rick Keyes Music Caravan. You'll see one playlist. It's my greatest. So you're on that one also, but it's got all the good music from all the artists I selected. So if you want to hear that, you can do that. But this one is just going to be specific to the 18 choices with one song from each artist and whoever I can chat with. I've already got Tommy Castro, and I've got Kingfish. Now I've got you. Next is Ilana Katz, one of your people at VizTone. So is there I mean, because I like most of the songs on here. Is there a song you would like me to put on that list for the audience to hear?
Oh man, that's tough. That's like asking who my favorite kid is.
Yeah,
But I would love it if you could play track number 8, Crown Jewel. That's our tribute to the Freddie King instrumentals at King Records here in Cincinnati.
Okay, I'll do that. So Crown Jewel, number 8. That was one of the ones that I like. Well, I think I told you before, I have a very sophisticated grading system for the songs, and unlike all, well, I don't even call myself a DJ. I call myself an on-air personality. But on-air personality, I am a DJ. So I basically listen to the whole CD. You know, not everyone does that. And you had what, 12 songs on there. So there, I rank songs as I play them. It's like good, very good, very, very good, super, then super duper. So, oh, what was your super duper one that I chose? Oh, That's the Meal. I love that one.
Oh yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, okay, that was my super duper choice. So anyway, but your whole album, they're all super or super duper. So, you know, and if you have 12 super songs, it belongs on my list. So that's why you made it.
Well, I really appreciate the support, Rick.
And we're going to go ahead and play that number 8. And then I'll go ahead and send this list to your dad, and you guys can spread it around however you want.
Okay, that sounds good. Thank you.
Hey, maybe the Bengals Raiders game will be a tie. What happens then?
I don't know.
Do they let them do? I don't think they let them do that in the playoffs, do they?
No, but it almost came up to the point where it could have been the Chargers and the Raiders tying, but Pittsburgh made it in again.
I know. That's everybody in Cincinnati hates the Steelers for good reason. So
Yeah.
hopefully they get knocked out by Kansas City, and we'll see what happens against your Raiders on Saturday. Don't forget, Rick, that's on Saturday, not Sunday.
Okay, yeah, that's going to be a good one. All right, well, good luck one way or another. I can't lose. I like both teams, so whoever wins deserves it. You just like Ben, you deserved accolades for another great release. Keep it up. Keep me on the list. You might make it 3 years in a row if you come up with another CD in the year.
I'll try my best.
Okay. All right. You guys have a good weekend.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Okay. Keep up the good work, man.
Okay. Take it easy.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. So thanks, Ben Levin. His still here. Did make it to the Rick Keyes Music Caravan. You can hear him and his dad. And so stay tuned for more chats with more artists.